hands to draw two different things at the same time. But for someone whose two hemispheres are disconnected, there's no interference. It's almost as if there's one mind controlling the left hand and a completely different mind controlling the right hand.
This is exactly what I've been living with for the past few years now, really. I'm bringing this up in particular because as of today, it's January 1st, 2025. Something very noteworthy has happened. Very noteworthy. So much so that, there's a lot of health-related stuff that happens all the time with me, and usually I won't make a video about it, but this one is so profound, relatively, and most of them have been so wild and profound, but this one's really so wild and so profound I decided to actually make a video about it. Just the narration, but I brought up this video just by happenstance. I randomly clicked it a couple moments ago. Happens to be showing exactly what I've been going through here.
And it isn't just movement that's split across the hemispheres. Only half of your visual field goes to each side of the brain.
When you're looking straight ahead, everything to the left side of that space goes only to the right hemisphere. And the opposite is true for the right side of the space.
The left part of the brain is where your language and speech centers are. That enables you to talk, enables you to understand language, or know about it. That pathway, the corpus callosum, it transfers that information. Now I'm going to split your brain. And I do the same test. How many fingers do I see?
And I can't verbalize when I see it.
You see anything else?
No.
It's very,
you see one.
it's
You
very
see
funny.
this one because that goes straight to your left talking
Many people
hemisphere.
around me have seen this for the past few years.
This one is still.
But let's really continue with the point here. So the reason I obviously haven't had split brain surgery done, but I have an open. Sounds silly to say, but really this is what's going on. I have an open throat hole that's opening up to my cranial cavity. It's just been that way for years now. I'm still alive, walking around. I can't even, right now is the first time I'm talking since the new year, since what happened last night. I could speak fluidly. I haven't felt myself able to speak like this in years, just the fluidity. So long story short, I guess I'm making this for, I don't know, posterity's sake, or for myself, or for whatever. This channel doesn't really get promoted, and nobody really watches this channel, but I'm putting it so I can just have this as a record here. That I could remember it. If this changes again, I'll get this, look back at this video and say, oh, at least I remember when it changed for a moment. I mean, to have food going into your skull, into where your brain is every day for years, is something no human being can imagine. And I've been left like this every day to live. That has an effect. Okay? I had some amazing things happen to me back in 2016. People around me have observed I basically became like a sort of Superman in a kind of way, but with certain distinct new limitations. But other than that, I became the real life version of that movie Limitless, and also that movie Lucy from 2014, or Limitless, with Bradley Cooper. Not an exaggeration. Up until maybe as recently as 3 years ago or so, it was like really profoundly obvious, and then it's just slowly started tapering. There's more damage from the hole in the brain and everything. Now this fast forwards to last night. I've been. I mean, when I'm at home, I haven't even been able to verbalize about this. When I'm at home all the time, or when I'm outside, I'm just like, and all these sounds and like it's almost like ADD, but not organic ADD, just this artificial damage, stunted brain rot, blah, 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 and all this crap. That has been hindering me for years. I just accepted between me and God. I said, "It's you're guiding this perfectly according to what God wants. I'm just riding in it, and it's going. It's all just going." Now, mind you, things in this world have gone a very interesting way. But what else? This fast forward to last night. I went to Whole Foods to get a little bit of food. One of the things I got that I don't usually get is a type of soup, a French soup. This is somewhat important. The French soup had like oils in it, like in the substance of the soup. I can't believe I'm narrating this, recording on a video. I'm able to speak fluidly, more fluidly than at any point I've been able to speak for the last 5 years. I've just been released free from an invisible mind, really like a mind prison, brain damage prison. I still have this split brain syndrome. I can't verbalize things I see in my left eye. So the split brain syndrome he's describing here on the screen is still happening for 4+ years or more. 4 years about 3-4 years.
Going to your right hemisphere, which has now been disconnected from your left. So your left brain can't talk about this. So you now
Yeah,
say
how
you
do
only
they
see
know?
one
Yeah, I mean,
finger.
yeah, they know
Even though
obviously,
your
but
right
just,
brain
that's
is
exactly what
seeing
happens
this
to me.
finger. It just can't talk about it.
I can't talk.
Because the
You're
highway
saying it
that
right.
communicates that
Can't talk
information.
about it. I can't verbalize it. Anyway, um, you know, life is so beautiful. Everything that happens is the perfect thing that needs to happen. Here's what I'm gonna say. Uh, it's like I have a whole new brain now. Not completely. I'm still having problems, but I'm just. Ah, can you imagine if you, like, didn't, I don't know, like, didn't wash your arm or something in years and years, and it got encrusted over and you can't even move it, and then all of a sudden you just whoosh, you wash it, you're just like released from it. So let me explain. I normally buy enzymes, okay, because I also have a lot of the hole in my throat is actually a hole all over my digestive tract. It's due to the downstream complications from something else that happened to me from before. It's a very long story. I need to do a very special whole AI video about it to really explain everything that's been happening. Because I can't digest food properly. I'll have food flopping into my other places. You wouldn't believe it's possible, but it's possible. I've been using enzymes recently to extract the energy from the food. Otherwise, the food will tend to just, so to speak, really like go right through me, or just come and not really getting the breakdown of it enzymatically to get the energy and to, grow. Really. Here's the thing. I get this soup and I mix the enzymes in it. Okay, now some actions of enzymes, they're roughly comparable, especially the lipases. Really, if you have a lot of lipase, this will break down the fat, and it will have the kind of effect that certain fats, when working with certain lipases, will turn into soap. Okay, technically, when you digest food, little bits of that will saponify. Okay, actually, I had a lot of saponification in my body a few years ago due to what happened. I had like alkalosis. Long story. It would take me a long time to just make all these medical presentations. I can't really, I'm speaking so fluidly now. It's beautiful. But now here's the thing. I put the enzyme in the jar, and I said, "Well, let it work." It's a new enzyme bottle I just bought fresh. Maybe the way they farm these enzymes from the bacteria that they make this stuff up off of. It was different. It felt different vibrationally, and it was a new bottle. Open up the first pill, put it in there. I usually leave it for a little while, and then I'll drink it, and it's pre-enzymatically. It feels different. It's got a different energy. I gain weight much more quickly when drinking it that way because the nourishment broken down and the energy goes straight to my cells, basically. Here's what happened. As soon as I drank this one, oh, it tastes strong like soap. And instead of just throwing it away, I said, oh, you know what? It's a natural process. This is all happening at a smaller level for anybody who's eating anything. Very small, though. Okay, so whatever. This particular enzyme breaks down this particular type of oil in there. Whatever the oil is. Not all oils will react in the same kind of way, but this one really did for whatever reason. So I said, okay, I'll just go with it. I'll drink this slightly soapy, soup. So I drank it, and everything, because I drank it, it pumps straight into my skull, so it goes into my brain all the time. I didn't even think about it anymore. Heavy, makes the cranial cavity heavy on one side, heavy on the back, where it's pulling up. Heavy on the one hemisphere, it tends to pull up. It's preferential, it goes to one side. And now, it just, soap is a fluid thinner, number one. And secondly, soap is used in cleaning to what? Clean things. One can imagine, you got like a, really dirty sponge, and then you just put a little water through it, and it's no soap in there. It's not going to really pull the gunk out, the dirt. And then if you put a couple drops of soap, whoosh, just, whoosh, it's like a nuclear bomb of blasting through that. It's so clean afterwards. Okay, well, I've been walking around the last 4 years easily. With my girlfriend for 4 years ago, at the time she began seeing this strong, while I was, things got a lot worse about 4 years ago. Due to multiple reasons, a split brain issue and just more deterioration and coffee drinking, food eating, all that stuff just going straight to the brain and then crystallizing there and messing up everything. Messing up the connections between the brain cells, really, of course. Not just abstracted, literally. I drank this soapy soup. Let me tell you, I'm sitting here. I came back home some hours later. I'm sitting in bed. I'm not like spontaneously going like, For the first time in years, I'm just sitting here, calm. My whole body's soft. My whole skin is soft in a way it hasn't been in a long time. I pumped that fluid I swallowed into my brain. That soapiness, all of a sudden, I feel completely different than I've felt in years. I can't even talk about, what else could I say? Just to repeat myself. So many things I could make video updates about. Anyone in the world listening, and I don't really know nobody's listening, but this is really I don't know what to say. Could be temporary gift. Maybe I'll eat another meal. We'll disrupt things again, and I'm gonna be back in the locked in gridwood framework, moving my arms around, and all this. Actually, now that I'm completely like relaxed from it, it's like, wow, oh my god. I was like this for years, and nobody helped me. Too is really the saddest part. No family, nobody's helping. No friends. Family lives close, but we just don't talk. I'm mad at them, validly. One can check out other videos on my channel that cover this. On and on. Time will tell. Maybe this is a. I'm gonna give my hopes up as a temporary thing. I'm assuming likely chance is gonna correct, so to speak, but correct in big quotation means recorrect. We'll really go back to unbelievable. Literally, I brainwashed myself, and I'm sitting this. I went to sleep, and I woke up, and I'm not like get all this crazy shit. That's the first night in my life. I mean, now in the last few years of this life, how it's been. I've been locked into like a neurological prison. No one gives a crap. Unbelievable. Okay, maybe this might be the last message you ever hear from half normal me, and then because tomorrow will go back. Who knows? I'm not gonna plan to drink some soap again. I don't know. Although I got ideas now, maybe if I ever wanna force stabilize myself, I can use small bits of soap to swallow it into my brain. It didn't even occur to me before to do that. I knew about fluid thinners, but even chemical fluid thinners that one can have, there's a very limited thing. It's a whole other thing I've been into. Safe versions that you can drink, like medicinal stuff. There's special compounds out of Russia and other ones that are here. Special, take a long time to explain. They're good for the body, right? No. I'm wearing this like a new glove, and I'm trying to figure out how this works now. Okay. What else could I say? I don't know. I wanted to feature just background video on brain stuff.
Each of us has a sense that we're a unitary being, but actually that belies the fact that each of us, each of our minds, is actually composed of lots of different pieces that are doing different things. And different information can be represented in different parts of that machine.
Yeah, I've been chewing and eating pieces of my cerebellum chronically, stringing out. I assuming that's what it is. That's the part of the brain that corresponds to exactly where the thing is, in the bottom there, for years, leaking out. I really don't care if you believe me or not. Doesn't matter.
And so a search for where am I in all of this is a little bit misguided because the I is not such a unitary thing in the first place.
That feeling of unity of me is actually distributed across almost 90 billion neurons. This illusion that there's a single person inside our skulls.
It's funny he mentions this because I actually have something similar. I have a, most people have an ego, so to speak, or a sense of I. I haven't had that. Not since 2016 to a large part, and then it became even more pronounced. I don't even have an I. When I write my name down or say it out loud, it's so strange. It's like there's a name to this thing. What? It's my whole, everything, the way it works is different. And even instinctively, possibly as a symptom to the split brain thing. Oftentimes, I don't even refer to myself as I instinctively. Now I do. It's instinctive as just say I because it's I. It's the word in language. Especially when I'm in that chronic thing that I've been in for years. When I mean to refer to this thing that's here in the central pointing inwards, I'll say we. And it sounds funny now, and now when I say it, it doesn't resonate like that's the intuitive, resonant truth. I say we. It's like, oh yeah, that's a little funny. Why would see? I almost said it again. Why would we say we? That's almost what I said. No, it's so crazy. Okay, brain damage. That's what it does. People should be doing better than letting me fucking roll around in mouse shit for 4 years. What the hell you doing? Unbelievable. Meanwhile I'm doing all this superpower stuff. Alright? That's just saying it one way. So much more could be said. Alright. This is really just for posterity. So there's going to be a reminder to my future self if it gets worse or not worse, or if anyone ends up ever seeing really this channel in higher amounts, just random, virtually zero attention on anything I post ever. I don't do it for the video. If I wanted people watching this, I would promote it. I don't even promote any of this stuff. This is for me mostly, and for posterity's sake. We'll just see. What else could be said? All right. Bye bye.